Hello guys, it's EPN10 here, and welcome to another Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare video. And people are probably saying, what's this? He's using Toxic Pea? Oh my goodness! And yes, I'm using Toxic Pea. Yeah. I noticed that I didn't have any videos on Toxic Pea, I believe. Like, I never used him in my videos. So yeah, I'm going to use him now. The past couple of days, I've been trying a lot of different pea shooters. Like my main characters, as you might know, like it was Fire Pea, then I switched to regular pea shooter. I mean, those two remain my favorite. Like I do alternate between them sometimes, but yeah, I mostly use the regular pea shooter. And yeah, I've been testing out things like berry shooter, commando pea, like, you know, things that are not direct damage, like direct shot pea shooters. Like the Agent Pea and Law Pea, they're like separate classes for me. Like, they don't do that splash damage. They don't fire that you know, that rounded projectile. They just, you know, fire these like real bullets or whatever. And that don't do any splash damage. So yeah, like those are the two. Like I classify them I classify the pea shooters as two different subsections, like the direct damage pea shooters and the splash ones. So I've been using the splash ones quite a bit. And yeah, like I use things like berry shooter and stuff like that. I didn't get to try the ice pea yet. But yeah, I'll probably try him in the future, and also berry shooter as well. I've been also playing plasma pea as well, because I think I used plasma pea like once before, like in a 4-minute video, and yeah, that was pretty much it. But yeah, I'll have a video of me using him later on, and it's a really tough and fun game. So yeah, watch out for that one. That'll be in my next video. It's gonna be about plasma pea, and here is marine biologist. But yeah, these guys have a lot of strong units up close. Like they had, like this team, they had super commandos, they had marine biologists, they had like a bunch of engineers. They had like a lot of damage, you know, really strong units up close. Variants that are really strong up close. So yeah, let's go on to Toxic Pea. So Toxic Pea is most comparable to Fire Pea. It's pretty much its counterpart. They do like the same damage. Like both of their max damages are, both the Fire Pea and the Toxic Pea's max damage is 26. And like their minimum damage is, like Fire Pea's minimum damage is 16, and I'm pretty sure this guy's minimum damage is 16 as well. Like it got as low as 18 from far, but I'm pretty sure it's 16, and they're going to have like identical maximum damage. So yeah. The only difference between this guy and Fire Pea is pretty much, I'm not sure about the fire rate that much, but yeah, their fire rate is like, I find it the same. Like it's kind of comparable with the reload speed. I don't think there's too much of a difference to notice. But yeah, like the biggest difference, mind you, is the fire damage over time versus the toxic damage over time. We all know that fire does much more damage over time. And yeah, that's pretty good because, but like the reason this guy is so used is because his splash radius is much larger than the Fire Peas. And yeah, those Fire Peas, you know, it requires more accuracy, the Fire Pea, than the Toxic Pea. But in return, you get more damage over time, so it's a fair trade-off, I guess, right? But yeah, like in terms of damage, like the Fire Pea is like objectively better if you compare the damage shots and the damage over time. The Fire Pea is just better in terms of that only. But since this guy's splash radius is so ridiculous, that's why, like, since his splash radius is so ridiculous, that's why he's used much more than Fire Pea. Fire Pea, like, isn't even used that much in games. Like, on average, I see, like, I barely see them. Like, for every 5 Toxic Peas, I guess, I see 1 Fire Pea or whatever. But yeah, if you want to get good with pea shooters in general, you want to start off with Toxic Pea. Well, you don't really want to start off with Toxic Pea. You want to start off with things like, I don't know, Toxic Pea, then go to Berry Pea, and then go to Fire Pea, and then go to regular Pea. That's like basically in terms of decreasing splash damage, splash radius. I think Berry Shooter has like the same. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just, yeah, go down that chart or whatever. But yeah, like Fire Pea, I'm pretty sure Fire Pea and regular Pea Shooter's splash is the same, but Pea Shooter awards direct damage much more because it does 37 direct damage. And yeah, as a person who plays Pea Shooter, I'm gonna tell you the benefits of regular Pea Shooter. Regular Pea Shooter kills all stars in 6 shots, which is pretty impressive. It kills foot soldiers and engineers in 4 shots, and it kills scientists in 3 shots. I'm talking about direct close-up damage. So yeah, but this guy on the other hand, it takes 5 shots to kill, you know, regular foot soldiers and engineers. It takes 4 shots to kill scientists, and it takes 8 shots to kill all-stars. So yeah, there you have it. But yeah, like it's not really that bad, but for a scientist, it's like the difference between 4 and 3 shots is a huge difference. And you saw there, like, yeah, he killed me. Like, it's a difference between, you know, dying and surviving with a little amount of HP. And yeah, there, like, the only reason I did that is because, like, I saw him still up there, right? I thought he was going after my teammates, because there's a lot of scientists in this game that are constantly going after my teammates, like the cacti specifically. Like this guy, as you saw there. So I just go after him, right? There you go. Look at that. He actually hit me pretty hard, and then I just taunted him there. Because hopefully that'll make him go after me and not my cacti. Because yeah, as you saw there, like everyone toxic is, I mean, every scientist is going after my cacti teammates. So I just taunted. Hopefully they'll shift their attention to me. But yeah, the reason I did that is because I was assuming that Dr. Toxic was going after the cacti, and he was like stuck in an area. He was just focusing on the cacti, right? But then like, and he was still, so I was like, all right, let me just shoot this guy down. But then he just suddenly shifted attention to me, and then he like walked down. I'm like, oh god, I'm screwed, and I was. And yeah, talking about Dr. Toxic, here he is again. Look at that. So I just jump on top of this rooftop, and this is the advantage. You could just hyper up on a rooftop and just finish anyone off. Well, at least scientists and engineers and all-stars. You could, like, you know, you could do much more damage than they could do to you because of your height advantage. Unless the engineer or whatever scientist or all-stars have an insane accuracy and they just shoot you from the rooftop while you're going all crazy and stuff. So yeah, the guards are moving pretty quickly. I don't know why. Like I think we're doing a good job of holding them off, but yeah, they were just too fast for us. And yeah, as you saw there, I think I couldn't kill that guy in one shot. Like the regular Bronco zombies, they die in one shot from Agent P and the regular Pea shooter. But yeah, with the Toxic Pea, I don't think they die in one shot. I wasn't focusing too much, but yeah, I think he survives a 26 damage shot. I think they have like 30 HP, so yeah. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we're having a war right now in terms of splash damage. And yeah, this guy's minimum amount of damage is 16, right? But his splash damage, it does 10. So this is why people use him for far range as well, because like you could focus on a group of zombies and do so much damage to them. Like the difference between 16 and 10 damage from really far away is not that much, because you also have the toxic damage over time as well. So yeah, it's better like to focus on a group of zombies from far away than to try to aim at one guy for direct damage, because that 6 damage, you know, it's not that much of a big deal from that far away compared to 10. Plus, it's much better for you to focus on a group of people and just shoot, like, you know, like that splash damage is much easier to land, the splash shot, than just, you know, focusing on direct damage. That's why so many people do it. And that's why so many people snipe from far away, like with the Toxic Pea, because yeah, the difference between this splash damage and the difference between the splash damage and the direct damage from far is not that much. It's like 16 versus 10, as I said earlier, and that's not that much of a big deal. I much rather do like 10 to a group of people plus damage over time versus, you know, 16 and focus all my attention on one guy and wasting my time trying to, you know, land a direct shot or so. So yeah, I go up here, and yeah, I noticed this guy is, you know, trying to be sneaky and all. And yeah, this is another popular spot for Toxic Peas. There's a lot of Toxic Pea shooter players that they literally hang on to one area the whole time. They stay on one rooftop the entire game. I mean, I don't know how they find that fun, but yeah, that's their game, not mine. I personally don't do it with any character, you know. But our guard got captured right here, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay on this rooftop for a bit more. Just get some kills, rain down on people, and since my hyper's charged back up, I decide to leave. And I turn around because I saw like the Z4 projectile there. So yeah, also like people hate going against like alright, hold up. I'm going to say that after this happens. So yeah, like I see this engineer here, so I'm trying to finish him off because these guys are basically building the teleporter pretty fast. And then this physicist is here, so I had to take him down as well. I'm like, alright, let me go back to my garden. And then nope, that's I'm not sure who was that. That was a regular engineer, but I was getting shot at by Dr. Toxic, right? And then this welder comes as well. And then he tries to do that little butt slap taunt, but yeah, he failed miserably. As you saw there, like once you use Toxic Pea, at least on the PC version, people aren't really fond of you. As you saw there. So yeah, what I was going to say before, I'm not sure, I forgot. Whoops. But anyway, As you saw there, like, people will start going after you if you piss them off a lot with oh yeah, I was going to say that the Toxic Pea shooter isn't OP, but once there's 2 or 3, that's when the game becomes frustrating to a lot of people, because yeah, it's just too much damage. And here is a perfect example of direct damage. If I was with a regular pea shooter there, I would have been able to finish him off. And yeah, this is the same guy that, like, it wasn't the welder, but it was the guy that was shooting me beforehand. Because yeah, there's no sanitation expert here. I remember that Dr. Toxic and him, like, after I killed the physicist, I believe the Dr. Toxic and the regular engineer shot at me, and then the welder finished me off. So yeah, that guy is like, yeah, he's not really happy with me, because yeah, he seems to be going after me, and we'll see more evidence of that later. So yeah, there was a guy sitting down there for no reason. As I said, his max damage is 26, and I was doing 24, so his damage actually drops off starting from that distance. Actually a bit less, because I was doing 24 damage. So yeah, like, his damage, like, his drop off is pretty quick. And there seems to be, what is this? Oh, that's a scientist. Alright, so I finish him off, and look, the regular engineer. Yeah, that guy is not happy at me at all. But yeah, my teammates was able to finish him off and such, so I'm pretty good. I was gonna go on top of that thing. I was going to go on top of that truck and just finish him off from there, hopefully. But yeah, he died. My teammates took care of him way before that. And as you can tell, I'm not going in the garden that much because I have a lot of teammates there. Plus, our garden is pretty close to being captured. There's already like 75% captured, so I'm not gonna go in there. Plus, oh look, they have a quicker start as well, so there's more fire damage I need to watch out for. We only had like 1 sunflower in this team, or 2 later on. So yeah, it's like, yeah, you want to avoid fire damage as much as possible. If you're on a team against a bunch of fire variants and you have no source of healing, like no characters that heal on your team, then yeah, you're going to have a pretty bad time. So yeah, I just escaped there immediately. And yeah, this is the hardest garden in this stage, at least to me, because for the zombies, because I have such a good height advantage. Like, the plants in general have a good height advantage. That's why the castle is so impossible, because just the way the teleporter is, and the teleporter, and plus the plants have such high they have such a high height advantage. It is ridiculous. It makes it really hard for the zombies. And yeah, it's kind of the same case here as well. We also have height advantage. So yeah, I'm just staying in back. I'm trying to stay in high positions because yeah, you do not want to be on the same level as the zombies. Yeah, you do not want to be in that walkway or whatever. You want to be at least here. Like, this is the minimum you want to be at. But yeah, a lot of Toxic Pea, like a lot of pea shooter players and such, they all will go on top of rooftops. Like on that house next to me and that high building over there, people always go there, just shoot. You know, they just, that's their camping spot, I guess. They just shoot there 24/7. But I'm not going to do that. Like, that's not my play style. And yeah, looks like I met with an, yeah, like I saw the marine biologist, so I just hyper it up. Same thing. Like, second, like if you're on low health, you want to go on top of a rooftop there, And yeah, if I missed those 2 direct damage on that marine biologist, he would have had enough health to, I think, go to the heal bar and get 50 health from it. And yeah, that would have been really ugly. So yeah, I'm just gonna try. There's like 3 minutes left, and our garden's only been like 10% captured, not even that, I think. So yeah, we're doing pretty good considering that our previous garden, you know, like it got captured. Our previous gardens got captured much quicker. As I said, this is a pretty tough stage. This is a pretty tough garden for the zombies. So I'm just here in a high position, just trying to take care of the zombies. Anyone that goes in that really wide area, as you saw there, that's a really wide and flat area. So that's like a haven. That's like heaven for the Toxic Peas. Okay, you want to land nothing but direct shots with this guy, because even if you land all your shots like splash, it's not gonna do enough damage. So yeah, as you saw there, I did 14 damage, but that's not his minimum damage direct shot, because pea shooters, like the splash pea shooters, for some reason, like their final shot, like the shot that kills the zombie, it always does less damage than usual. I don't know, I have no idea why. Even with like regular pea shooter, like 37, 37, 37, then the last direct shot does 27. And yeah, it just does that. It just decreases the damage of the finishing shot. It also does it to some other characters, I believe. So yeah, as you saw there, direct damage, you do not want anything else, especially against the engineers. Engineers are the ones who do the most damage to your gardens, plus all-stars as well. It's ridiculous. Like before, it was like the scientist, because marine biologist was not nerfed. And the chemist also, like the chemist, like people use them a lot before, and basically they would just go in the garden, destroy everything, and yeah, pretty much that. But yeah, now it's usually the engineers who do that. They just like use the jackhammer with electrician. Like they shoot once in the garden, all your potato mines, spike weeds, all that stuff gets destroyed. And yeah, you're gonna have a bad time because they're just gonna keep, you know, jackhammering up and just shooting the floor, and everyone gets hit. So yeah, the fire people found me. The cricket star and I think the welder was over there. Yeah, they both found me, so I'm gonna avoid fire damage as much as possible because there's like 1 minute left, and this is the part where the zombies get really desperate. And the last 30 seconds is usually when everyone attacks at the same time, so I just generally want to stay alive. So yeah, super commando, and I just hyper up. You want to kill that guy immediately. Because, yeah, he does the most damage out of all the foot soldiers per second, pretty much. So, yeah, this guy's here. He gets shot by my teammates. That's fine. So, now I can focus on the main garden. So, yeah, we're to a 10 streak again, which isn't that terrible. Like, I'm not getting that much source of healing. And, yeah, there's, like, a bunch of annoying characters over there. So, I just start shooting. And, yeah, this is where this guy shines. When there's a group of zombies. Especially healing in, especially healing. Because I lost count of how many times my teammates heal, right? Like, I throw down a heal station, my teammates start getting the heal, and then, like, there's a freaking toxic pea shooter. It happens when I'm not the scientist, usually. Like, every time there's a scientist, oh, I'm like, oh, finally, a heal station. And then a stupid toxic pea comes out of nowhere, destroys the heal station, and I pretty much gain no HP from that at all. And this is how they're, like, that scientist, that marine biologist loves targeting those cacti. Like, I actually taunted that guy. He did not even acknowledge it. He just keeps going for the cacti. I mean, it's fine. It's like it makes it an easy target for me. But yeah, as long as I kill him before he kills my teammates, it's fine. So I'm being shot by a marine biologist in the back there. But yeah, like, I was going to shift attention to him, but fortunately the garden ended before he could do anything. So yeah, that's going to be it. I finally used Toxic Pea for the first time. I know, like, one of you guys requested it, like, months ago. So, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And he's not really OP. He's just annoying more than OP, especially in groups. So, yeah, peace.